All right, man. Yeah, I watched all the fights last night, at least the main events and the co-main event for the Valdez and Navarrete fight. Oscar Valdez stops um, stops. Oh, excuse me. Navarrete stops Oscar Valdez. I believe it was a 6 round stoppage, and you could see that coming. Valdez is just too small to be in there with Navarrete. Um, he's just too small to be in there with him. That's just what it was. Navarrete was too rangy, just too big, no diddy. And it was a bad matchup. I mean, Valdez, 33 years old. I mean, it was a perfect style for Navarrete. I don't understand why they did a rematch. Um, but I guess, they got a nice crowd there yesterday too. Nice crowd there. That thing seemed like on TV it was packed. And you know, and yeah, he lost in 6 and he was down in rounds 1, 4, and 6. Body shot put him down. I think he got originally dropped by a looping shot, looping hook. Um, and every time he hit Valdez, mouthpiece was flying out. He was flying across the ring. He was just simply too small to be in there with dog. I mean, 5'5.5", 66-inch arms. Dude was fighting the guys 5'7", 72-inch arms. So he was at a 6-inch right reach disadvantage and a 2-inch height disadvantage. Almost a 2-inch height. Dude was just that much more, bigger than him. As far as size, rehydration, um, you know, he goes back down the weight. Navarrete looked good. I think he said he had an injury in his last fight versus Branchnick. Um, so yeah, because he had lost to Branchnick the next time out, and then he went back down the weight. He lost a split decision and had a draw with Canciaco, so he was kind of really on a 2-fight dry spell since beating Oscar Valdez in August of 2023. So he even had a shaky performance before that with that Liam Wilson guy. That was another shaky performance. So this is best performance in quite some times. I mean, he was hella active in 2023. He fought 3 times. That's hellified activity in today's time. So it kept him fairly active. But at the end of the day, Valdez, it just was the bad styles matchup. Dude was too rangy. And every time he hit Valdez, I mean, he almost sent him to the upper room. Every time he touched Valdez, and Eddie Reynoso, their game plan was to punch with Navarrete. That's what their game plan was to punch with him. Their game plan was to sit there and punch with him. Uh-huh. That was their game plan, was to sit there and punch with Navarrete. So every time Navarrete threw a hook on wild looping shots, their game plan was to counter it with a left hook. But the thing about it was, even when he threw those looping shots and he threw them awkward shots, he would get the hell out the way. Valdez just really couldn't capitalize on it. And maybe he should have threw it to the body. Maybe he should have threw them shots to the body. Throwing them hooks to the body. But ultimately, that strategy didn't work. They was trying to sit there, and when Navarrete threw a shot, their game plan was to sit there and counter him. That was their game plan. That was their game plan. That was their game plan. So, and their game plan didn't work. As we all know, that game plan did not work. That game plan did not work. So, nonetheless, Navarrete went back down to 130 pounds, looked really, really good again, even though he had looked pretty good in those fights, a few of those fights when he went down there, but he just had too much thump for Valdez. That's just what it boiled down to. He just had too much thump for Valdez. He had too much, size and reach for Valdez. It really wasn't warranting no rematch. It just made sense from a financial standpoint of view. You see the crowd there last night, and the body shot is what did it. And maybe Valdez should have been aiming for Navarrete's body a little bit more. Maybe that's what we can say. That's what he should have been aiming for. Maybe that's what he should have been aiming for, is for Navarrete body. So maybe that should have been more of the game plan. Um, but that's what they were setting up. That's what that was their game plan. And Navarrete just was thudding punches off of Valdez. Them punches was hard, accurate, crisp. You know what I'm saying? And it was right before he knocked him out with that body shot. He hit Valdez with a body shot. Yeah, he hit Valdez with a vicious body shot before that. And Valdez hunched over and tried to like weave and hunched over. And I didn't think he seen that he hit him with that body shot. I didn't think he saw it. I don't think he saw it. So I didn't think he saw it, but he wore right after that. Not too long after that, he went right back to that body, and then he dropped him. Not too far after that, he went right back to the body and dropped him. So, so that was smart. So he was aware. He was aware. So when he went back to that body shot, that was all she wrote. That was all she wrote. That was a really good body shot he hit him with. Even the one before that. He hit him with that body shot. And Valdez hurled over and tried to act like he took it well. I seen it. So, I mean, now they talking about that Navarrete can fight O'Shaquie Foster now. And that'd be an interesting fight. O'Shaquie is more of a defensive fighter. He gonna capitalize off of Navarrete mistakes. So that's a really, really good fight. But like I said, Navarrete, this is the first, really good performance he had in quite some time. This is the first good performance he had in quite some time. Real talk. So I don't know. I know he said, he had injured his hand or whatever the situation was. So yeah, I know he said he had injured his hand or whatever, but this was a big win for him. He needed this one, after a few subpar performances. So, because he ain't been looking hot, and then a lot of people ask, where do Valdez go from there? I go home. Remember Loma? Where do you go from here, Loma? If he lost to was it Devin Haney or it was T.O.? I go home. It was T.O. The Devin Haney. I go home. So yeah, I go home. So yeah, I mean, a really good fight, man. I mean, the crowd was electric. The crowd was electric. And ended in a knockout. It was probably the fight of the night that I seen. I didn't see all the undercard fights, but it probably was the fight of the night. So, quite frankly, they put on the show. Valdez went out on the shield. He just was too small. Mess with a guy to rehydrate that high. I just let him know that he better not creep above 30 pounds. That's what I would say. I would say do not creep above 130 unless it's the right fight. 130 is his max. Because Navarrete, he wasn't that a big, a powerful of a light heavyweight neither. His power had dropped off there. He a big featherweight. He a big super featherweight. So yeah. So, but yeah, that's all I had, man. Check out the Fight Reaction playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link description. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon Music, Kick, Twitch. Don't forget, check out the Patreon. Won't be disappointed. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.